Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Today is currently August 25th, 2025. The insecurity when it came to their lives, the lack of love that they had within, it was projected on you, but you truly knew how to go within. You understood your right from your left. Unconditional love allows you to feel while you're truly keeping it real. That authenticity allows you to see that, hold on one second, I choose myself not to get discovered because someone's projecting their mindset or their mental health on me. I wasn't trying to shortchange myself when it came to my blessings. I had a hate train going up against me, but I understood, hold on one second, I needed validation to be my authentic self. I was cheering myself on when they projected a hate crime towards me. I understood at the end of the day, certain folks ain't gonna hear me, but I wasn't trying to shortchange myself because God was really showing me guidance when it comes to, hold on one second, guidance in my life. That energy has different, protected my mental health. Thank you, God, for being patient with something they can't relate to. My soul was never for sale when I was keeping it real. God was never for sale when God was really showing me, hold on one second, better days ahead. Regardless of what I was going through mentally, they never understand my vocabulary when it comes to, hold on one second, I meant what I said that day. I was being authentic. I didn't have to wear a mask to lose myself. And I say that respectfully, being authentic. You know, trauma and pain, they would never understand how you get discouraged when they was throwing people to right, to left, getting shortchanged because they didn't know how to respect themselves and stay in their lane. They wanted you to lose the opportunity of choosing you to go within. Never trick. I don't know what's wrong with these folks. How this type of stuff actually happens. It go A, B, C, the alphabetical order. One, two, three, hold on one second. Who you step into when it come to God? Because you know when God actually makes a shake at the end of the day, that energy is different when God is shaking the room. And I say that respectfully. God wasn't trying to paint me out to be the fool. No, I have to trade them because the devil was trying to change you. Yeah. You know, the devil would try to test you, but God's gangster hits different. I ain't got to put my hands with you. All I got to do is pray at the end of the day. I pray for you, not against you. We ain't the same. You have to send the evil lie with all your lies. It's a train of thought for me how I truly brought the best out of me still. You wanted me to be mentally unstable all because of the fact that, hold on one second, you said that you was keeping the real. To try to discourage the next person who truly had potential. They ain't had to pretend to be authentic at the end of the day. Only was, hold on a second, our vocabulary wasn't the same. I never had hate in my vein. No, that's the truth. Let me always be yourself with no molest intentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect to the genuine ones with no intentions. I actually appreciate your time. And I hope all is well in your end. I truly hope that you continue to heal regardless of who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. Regardless of who didn't love you, protect you, respect you, or show that you was worthy. Gang stalking is real, so is your household. You're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. Dealing with domestic violence or hate crime or any type of violence, regardless to what subject it was that day. Your life matters, and I say that respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. Nobody should have to lose their life because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. You could disrespect me all day long, but hold on one second. We wasn't on the same page when it come to your intentions. No, you have to trick on me. Listen, goddammit. My content, everybody, that's okay. I say this respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I am Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and I'm still healing from a hate crime, 7/31, 2025. Never allow someone insecurities or fear or lack of self-control be projected on you because of the fact that you're willing to choose you. And they want you to be discouraged. They want you to live in fear because they in the background throwing was spoken in a toxic way, trying to dim your light when you wasn't trying to catch a case, put things in God's hands. They said God was never real, but that intuition is different because God truly showing you true love when it comes to hold on one second, scene of the day. They try to shortchange you when it came to your memory. Your verse psychology, you didn't have to play mind games being authentic. They try to shortchange you when it come to your life expansion. Hold on one second. We ain't the same. I pray for my neighbor. I never had hate in my vein. I knew how to stay in my lane 6 feet apart. You wasn't for me at the end of the day. I ain't have to be a crash out. That's what you want me to do is wild out. I understand that, hold on one second, God was really showing me better days. That faith is different when you understand it coming out your comfort zone. That's going to bother someone's mental health when you understand confidence or because you're willing to choose yourself. And they would never understand that God was really holding you down. You know, I may not make sense to the average person. And that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself and all dimming your light. Always be yourself without dimming your light. You know, sometimes you may get lost in your words, but be patient when it comes to process, when it comes to actual healing. You know, because the right people actually hear you and have to overlook you. They ain't have to pretend to blackmail you against you. Sending you the evil lie or throwing spoke you in the toxic way. The energy is different when they actually rooting you on. How your past don't live in your reality today, but something that you wasn't running from when folks was doing you wrong. Regardless they lied on your name or not, the end of the day, you know how to take accountability for your actions, not to walk away. That energy is different when you become a man and a woman. Or actually understand at the end of the day, I ain't the person I was when they, hold on 1 second, someone that you pretend to me projected me to not to be. It be a train of thought for me. Because folks got so much to say about you. Or because you understood the opposites they can't relate to. That's growth when it comes to acting your body weight. You wasn't acting your shoe self because you were trying to fumble yourself. The hand is just different. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm nice and I'm respectful. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. You are beautiful when they said that you wasn't. You are handsome when they truly overlooked you. They wanted you to get discouraged, so they had to send you the evil lie, throwing spoke in a toxic way so you won't be comfortable in your own skin because they insecurities. It's a train of thought for me how this type of stuff actually happens. How folks throw spoke at you so you won't get that job opportunity, let alone fall in love with the love of your life. This type of stuff actually happens. They would try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Gang stalking was real when it came to your vocabulary. Certain folks will never believe you, but hold on 1 second. The right community truly hears you, not to overlook you. They don't disrespect you. That ain't just different. Imagine expressing yourself to the wrong person, paying you out to be mentally unstable, but you was truly keeping it real. But the right person that actually heard you that day, they actually see you to respect you with no misintentions, because they wasn't trying to project hate, let alone they didn't have that in their vein. They actually prayed when it came to you at the end of the day, not to go against their neighbor. We all not the same. I pray for my neighbor, not against my neighbor. Elevation here is different when it comes to intuition. Now, hold on 1 second. God was truly real when God was in that room. When God sends the right people into your life to truly respect you. Respect's a two-way street. Folks gonna laugh about you because you believe in God. But hold on 1 second. You wasn't trying to get discouraged at the end of the day. Another chapter. Because that last chapter was that testimony where you almost fell off to lose yourself. Folks couldn't wait to laugh at your downfall, but God was really balancing you out, showing that you was worthy. Time is not in existence, and I say that respectfully, and especially when it comes to your role at the end of the day, because it's not a race when it comes to healing trauma and pain. They would never understand elevation. Hold on 1 second. They wouldn't be able to walk a day in your shoes. They try to confuse you at the end of the day, but hold on 1 second. God wasn't disturbing your peace. God truly showed you that you was worthy of choosing yourself. I may not make sense to the average person. When God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street, but no misintentions. They ain't sending you the evil lie. They actually praying for you, not against you. It's not for likes and views, and cloud chasing, and fame. Because God was never for selling you, so keeping it real. That innocent person that had the energy harvest off your energy, they don't pretend to blackmail you. When I say that respectfully, it's a train of thought for me. We all ain't the same when it comes to playing with spell work. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I love to talk about love. Now here's the trick of me. My content ain't for everybody, and I said what I said, goddammit. Love is real, love is one of a kind. It was an empty cup, but it was filled with love when you least expected. Hold on 1 second, what a chapter that truly was completed. Because someone was able to fulfill those shoes. Only as the hold on 1 second, someone's really thanking God every single day when it comes to this journey, when it comes to healing. Two people with beautiful hearts, two with a new. Two souls can truly align with each other, they truly respect each other, they show each other at the end of the day how to be comfortable in their own skin when it comes to hold on 1 second, your past living your reality today. I'm not that mistake. That energy is different. How someone can truly bring peace into your life to protect your mental health, let alone your heart at the end of the day, to carry that conversation along when it comes to a journey so true, so fruitful. Who would have knew that God would allow you two to see? That chapter was real. So I'm praying for not against you. That energy is different when it comes to confidence, stepping out on faith that day. You almost get up on the love department, but someone didn't have to pretend to project lust at the end of the day. Someone didn't have to someone didn't have to pretend. They didn't have to project. Even when they got lost in their words, someone truly knew how to self-reflect. Someone truly knew how to respect you, not to use you, abuse you. Someone truly didn't have to play mind manipulation games, but can value your time and day. That energy is different when someone truly knew how to value your time. Because it sounds like a broken record. When it comes to true love, someone fall in love with you every single day. Who would have knew the love of your life would be faithful to you? Someone wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too. Someone was cheering you on up close and personal behind closed doors, not to do you wrong. Someone actually said, I do. You know, for sickness and health at the end of the day, how you better, how time got better when it came to reality. Only was that God was really leading you the right way. When the devil was trying to knock on your door to disturb your peace, you know, because the devil didn't want to see you happy. Only was to hold on 1 second. God allowed this divine timing to actually happen. Someone truly respects you even when you couldn't see. The love of your life truly allows you to feel what God was truly keeping it real. They say miracles don't happen, but God truly allows you to feel. That this chapter is different when it comes to real love. Someone truly keeping it real with true love. I may not make sense to the average person, but true love is not complicated and it's not supposed to hurt. The same way you start talking to someone in the beginning, it just gets better when it comes to the next chapter. I don't mean no disrespect, and I say that respectfully. Didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Focusing you the evil lie. But that elevation is different because God didn't tell a lie when God indulged strength within you. God was never for sale. You was far from a crash out. They couldn't wait to kick you down at the end of the day. They was throwing spoke right to left, trying to reject you, but God was protecting your mental health. Regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, never allow someone to tell you that you don't have potential, even when they have to gather up in groups and throw spell work at you, because you know we live in a spiritual world. Regardless of this 3D at the end of the day. Because, you know, folks, they pick and choose who could talk about spirituality, who could talk about God, or who could talk about violence, hate crime, discrimination, narcotics, or whatever the case may be. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. I may not be eye-appealing to the average person, but the right people at the end, they would truly respect me without their bad habits, and I say that respectfully. Respect's a two-way street when the right people walk into your life. That communication is different. Someone truly treating you right. I don't play with sport, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't project sport towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't destiny swipe towards my neighbor, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't gang store people who hack the devices, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Folks will try to have you shadow ban because of their tax bracket. Hacking your device like with a bad habit because they got folks in different vocabularies when it comes to this subject. Like, hold on 1 second, I'm gonna get the job done. I'm gonna make certain folks not see their intuition when it comes to them having a light better in themselves to actually help the community. Stop the violence. Hold on 1 second. That baby didn't have to take that loss that day. You know, a mother's grieving at the end of the day. She ain't asked for that. She asked for her baby to go from point A to Z. Why did someone have to get physical? Because they lack self-control when it came to discipline. What happens to the community actually sticking together? Folks pick and choose who they want to throw sport at, let alone become a bully to. At the end of the day, it'd be the train of thought for me. When that innocent person didn't have to pretend to be authentic. That person was a A student, a daughter, a mother, someone's loved one at the end of the day. All they wanted was better. They lived in a community at the end of the day that folks actually respect each other, not sending each other evil lie, going from point A to Z, but only for things to change within a split of a second, or because of the fact that someone didn't understand discipline and stay in their lane. How this type of stuff actually happens when someone's projecting pain. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself regardless to who overlooks you, because the right people see you, hear you, and respect you. It's not I'll do you better than you when it comes to the right people being in your life. It's not competition, I say that respectfully. It's not I trauma bond, you trauma. My trauma is better than your trauma. Your pain is better than my pain. It's not I'll do you. No. It's I respect my neighbor regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. The energy is different. How someone's life could have been saved. Folks be worried about likes and views and cloud chasing and fame. But what happens to the baby's safety going from point A to Z? Did it matter how old they was that day? Then what happened to this world that we call, at the end of the day, being the norm? It be the trend of thought for me how it's so toxic, all because the enemy when it comes to their lives. They gotta gather up folks in different tags bracket when it comes to their culture, trying to get them to go against each other. What happened to respecting your neighbor? Folks be trying to kick the next person down because they don't want someone to catch, they take their spot. They be trying to catch a case at the end of the day, but they be holding, they be projecting. People, even when you get messed up in your words, keep going, never give up. People be creating a hate train, hiding behind a mask with all they pain, trying to kick the next person down because you swear somebody wants your spot. But someone should know how to respect you, either you knew it or not. Someone actually knew how to give you flowers when credit was due. You wanted someone to get dimmed at the end of the day when it came in their light, but God was really showing them, hold on 1 second, you worthy, understanding growth. That energy is different. Didn't matter your tags back up with your bad habit. You didn't understand acting mature at the end of the day, acting your body weight, you just out here acting your shoe size. Folks who actually talking about if this type of stuff actually happens. How when someone says, yeah, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm this, I'm that. I'm a real one. They be putting you in competition with the evil lie. They have to create a hate train only while the devil's telling a lie. It's just train of thought for me. How you trying to keep the innocent person down? That's just trying to hurt, just trying to help their community, not hurt the innocent person. At the end of the day, they ain't have to pretend to be authentic. That bothered your mental health. How they was carrying their own weight, and I don't mean narcotics. Being authentic, that bothered your mental health. How you try to rob them mentally, physically, spiritually, even financially, even energy, harvest off their energy, hack their devices and gang stalk them right to left. No one spoke in a toxic way. Thought it was funny at the end of the day. Something that you couldn't relate to with self-control. What happened to your discipline? I know your moms and your pops didn't raise you like that. And I don't mean no disrespect, but it's trying to thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens. And especially coming from someone that scream all day, I love my mother. My pops probably wasn't there. It'd be the train of thought for me. But was that fake too? It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks be trying to wear a script just to fit in. And this whole entire time they had their moms and pops in the background. When they pops and moms didn't raise them like that, to kick the next person down at the end of the day, to be the bully. How you become the bully at the end of the day, but you pick and choose how you want to weather that storm to kick the next person down. Only to feel like, hold on 1 second, you was far from a leader. Hit the trick though, because ain't no real leader doing no shit like that. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because they actually for the community. You know, peace and respect to the neighbor stuff the bunch. You better know them, yeah, like you gotta go in there, but they don't them, yeah, like. All this type of stuff actually happens. It does. How someone swears that you want their position, but God is creating a lane for that innocent person when they didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Someone's life could have been saved. They say the news is fake until it's your community at the end of the day. Like, damn, that's someone I knew or loved, let alone respected. It shouldn't have had to go out like that at the end of the day. That was somebody's baby. A mother and father really grieving. They would never feel the same. Or because of the fact that folks in the background saying it's the norm to keep the next person down, to do them wrong. It should be no reason why a schoolhouse should get shot up because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline, to the matter their age, how this type of stuff has actually happened. How a mother and father brings a child into this world regardless they in the same household or not. At the end of the day, they praying for their baby's safety. It's a train of thought for me. How folks didn't have to have a child at the end of the day. You know, because this type of stuff actually happens. It don't take a rocket scientist or someone that does not have a child to have common sense or have respect for someone else's household. But it's some folks at the end of it that don't care. They rather wild out to cause confusion in the community. And it's some folks that actually have kids at the end of the day. They don't care about the discipline. They rather take someone's child out their free will than mad they tags back and let alone their age that day. How this type of stuff becomes the norm. You see how the balance, what happens to balance? Because it happens between two different groups. A single person and a person with kids. How does that manage at the end of the day? But then you got mothers and fathers who don't have that mindset. They don't have the mindset of hurting the next person's child, regardless how old they are. Or you have that single person at the end of the day that does not have the mindset of seeing someone else's child get hurt, regardless how old they are. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself and no one's intention. Stop the violence. It's disgusting to see how someone would project spell work on you so you won't have that job opportunity. They'll project spell work on a person that's willing to work with you so they won't see you in the same light. Or someone tells someone information about a job opportunity and that information will never get to the person because someone lacks self-control, because they got insecurity problems. They don't want someone to elevate because someone truly has the potential. How this type of stuff actually happens. Kids is about to start school. It was one of the kids that didn't make it on a team. And they was put on a list that there will be alternative. And during the school season, their name was put back on the list. And for one of their classmates was supposed to give them the information. Or one of the coaches was supposed to inform that child that, hey, you know, you didn't make it in the beginning of the season, but you're making it in the middle of the season to play. But nobody ever informed that baby that, hey, you got a spot on the team. All because of the fact that they wanted somebody else to take that spot. All because of the fact that they didn't see potential within that child. And only for a mother and father to find out that, hold on 1 second, you mean to tell me that my baby's been practicing all this time? Yeah, they can try out for next year, but people that are in position, or for someone to be a teammate, what happened to I in team? You know, because I in team is 1, 2, 3, 4, we work together. It be the train of thought for me. How folks will go up against you all because you truly got potential. You was actually the star this whole entire time. Somebody moms and pops in the background playing with spell work just so the coach won't see you at the end of the day. It be the train of thought for me how that baby light was dim. You know this type of stuff actually happens. Only for that child to get pulled out of that school and go to another school. And to get put on a team at the end of the day. And to be head of the team. Not only just head of the team, but he played as a team. She played as a team. It's a train of thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens. No mother or father that was part of that team when their children was playing, they wasn't sending that child spell work. They wasn't sending that baby to evil eye because they was the head star of the team. But that person never looked at themselves as the head star of the team because they played as a team. That ball went from one teammate to the next teammate. I share the ball with you. I respect you. We work as a team. We level up as a team. We win as a team. That growth is different when it comes to being a team. You know, that community, hold on 1 second. The energy is different when you work together, not against each other. You know, stopping the violence. When it comes to folks throwing the evil lie with all the insecurities, how this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. And this type of stuff actually happens in different subjects as well. It doesn't have to necessarily just be with baseball, basketball, football, how this type of stuff actually happens. And it's disgusting. It really is. Because a mother and father, regardless if they didn't have the gift or the tools to be that basketball player or that sports player, whatever the case may be, or that musician, they child has the opportunity of becoming who they want to be with no malicious intentions. And for that child to go out there and go from point A to Z, regardless of how old they are, it should be no reason why someone is sending their baby spell work. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. So they won't get that job opportunity. So they won't get into that relationship. So they won't have a stable relationship. Or it doesn't matter what it is at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. It should be no reason why someone is projecting spell work towards someone's child to send them distractions so they won't elevate. And I say that respectfully. And especially when that person is not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. Because we all not the same when we say God, and I say that respectfully. That energy is different. They would never understand the even exchange. I ain't have to send my neighbor the evil eye when they was projecting a hate crime towards me. At the end of the day, with all their lies, how it had to take over 20 people to figure out a game plan. At the end of the day, when it came to community, with the lack of soul control, what happened to your discipline and stay in your lane. Have the next door neighbor different tax bracket, tell them my every move like a bad habit. Then when I speak up for myself, you say I'm mentally unstable. It be the train of thought for when you hack my devices. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. No mother or father should have to experience their child going through gang stalking, regardless of how old you're getting. And I say that respectfully, because this type of stuff actually does happen. Or no mother or father should have to be in a situation where they have to protect their child from someone that's projecting violence on a child, regardless if it's domestic violence or not, or even hate crime. It should be no reason why a mother and father should have to go down to the courthouse to identify someone who cite their child their free will. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It should be no reason why. My content is not for everybody. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's totally fine. You could disrespect me all day long, but you're not going to put your hands on me. And I say that respectfully, regardless if you're a man or a woman. It's disgusting to see how much men is threatening my life. And one thing I don't do is live in fear. I walk these streets alone. I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. You got me shadow banned because of your tax bracket. Your gang stalking me, hacking my devices. And one thing I don't do is live in fear. And I'm far from insecure. And I'm far from being paranoid. And I say that respectfully. You can send all the distractions all day long at the end of the day. You can continue to send all the evil lies of spirit all day long. But I don't wish this on nobody's household. And I say that respectfully. Any negative energy return back to sender, I call my energy back. And I say that respectfully. I am Niyah Genuine Love Respect. And my content is not for everyone. Have a safe year, safe day, safe evening, safe weekend. You're mad and you're worthy. Always be yourself and nobody's intentions. No mother or father or child or family member should lose a loved one because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Someone's just getting ready to go to college. Someone's just getting ready to start school. Someone's just getting ready to celebrate their mother's birthday, their father's birthday. Someone's getting ready to hug their mother that morning. And the hug would never be the same ever again. That was their last hug. That's what the mother's saying. That's what the father's saying. Well, come outside because the household is divided. I got it told you, I'm about to give you a couple of dollars. Go get something to eat. That's just spend quality time together. How someone's household is now changed forever because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. It's disgusting how jealousy and envy and hate has to take play and innocent people have to get involved because someone decides the fact that they don't know how to aim. And that they don't know how to aim at the end of the day, but they don't have discipline. It should never have to be violence because of the fact that you don't like somebody. It should never have to be violence or go into hate crime because of the fact that you don't like the fact that someone decided to walk away from you. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Peace and respect your neighbors to the bunch. Anywhere on them, you like, gotta go on them, and never on them, you like. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no one's intentions. God is not for sale. God was never for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. I would never hurt myself, and I work alone, regardless who's in the background, hacking my devices, projecting that they act like they talk to me or know me at the end of the day. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. There's no third party, and I say that respectfully. And I would never reach out to you and do so because of the fact that folks hack my devices and that gang stalking me, so I can't reach out to individuals at the end of the day. Or at the end of the day, I would never get your message, even when it comes to my own mail. Hit the trade over me. I gotta go. And one thing I don't have to do is lie. And I say that respectfully, and I don't live in fear. Today is currently August 25th, 2025, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is really real, and it was never for likes and views or clout chasing, and especially when someone tries to speak up for themselves. Someone just lost their life because of gang stalking. Someone just painted somebody to be mentally unstable and put them in a psych or locked them up because of the fact that they was able to control the narrative because of a community. How this type of stuff actually happens. It's not right. Or because of the fact that someone wanted to be a bully to somebody. Because someone said, you know what? I love myself to be my authentic self. I'm not trying to hurt myself or others around me. I'm nice and I'm respected. I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself with no one's intentions. Peace and respect your neighbors to the vines. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. And I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no one's intentions. When God sends the right people into your life, respects a two-way street. They act their body weight and their shoe size. That maturity is different. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain. They actually know how to respect you, regardless of what you're going through mentally at the end of the day. They ain't here to blackmail you, regardless y'all don't pray the same. Respect's a two-way street. It's not I'll do you better than you. I know how to respect my neighbor. I ain't got hate in my vein. We all ain't the same. Always be yourself and no one's intentions. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.